Hello everybody, you've got Psychic Medium Lorie Johnson. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of investigation in my home, how I work a little bit. My home, no matter where it's at, really is very active. Tonight I've got the West Virginia Midnight Paranormal Society, Barbara.
Hi everybody, looking for a flashlight.
So what we're going to do is we're going to record this a little bit, but I wanted you guys to know that anything that's going to be recorded tonight, it will be posted by tomorrow morning or maybe tonight. I'm not sure. It'll be up to Barbara to be able to go through the evidence that we get. Every night at my home, as soon as it starts getting dusk, my home starts getting full. So what I'd like to do is just to let you guys know a little bit of what I go through, every day. Alright, so Barbara, tonight we're going to let Barbara explain what equipment we're using, how we're using it, where we're using it, and why. Barbara?
Okay. Let me get a flashlight so they can see. This here is a special, it has all the filters taken out like the camcorder does. It sees with the infrared light, which is right there. And then I have grid pins, which is sitting over there. And as you can see, it shows different colors and it has a pattern. That way, if a spirit or, I just seen something move, sorry. Or if a shadow moves around and it breaks the lights, then you can see that the lights are broken and then there's something there. You're supposed to have it on. I'm talking. This here is AM/FM radio. It's been fixed to scan so that real-time voices can come through. Then this right here is my digital recorder, right there. We record and then we download it onto our laptop or computer and use Audacity, and we're able to like bring it down or bring it up to be able to hear the spirits talking. That right there with the little green light, I know it's kind of hard for you people to see, but right there, that is an EM pump, which produces energy out for the spirits to use. And spirits, I would really appreciate if you use that to be able to manifest or to get any type of energy. Please leave my camcorder batteries alone. A lot of times, spirit will use my camcorder batteries like that. And when they drain the batteries, then I have to put another batteries in. And then we have a camcorder in the kitchen because Lorie says there's spirits that comes from outside on in and then comes into here. And this is my camera. The filters have been taken out, so it takes pictures in the infrared spectrum. And that's about all we have set up for tonight. I can show you an EMF meter. EMF meter. I just turned it on. As you see, it's not going off, but if you take it towards something, I'm looking for something that's like a socket.
I hide all of them in the corners.
Okay, that's not going to do it. You should do it on your computer. Yeah, see? That's from the computer. The electric running through it. So for instance, if I was standing here and it's not going off, if a spirit came up, their energy would take and make this go off. And then there's numbers on it. It tells you how high or whatever. But that's how we can tell if it's an actual spirit that's walking up to us.
Most definitely. I need to let you know, There was a lady, her name is Natalie. She actually was on the timeline. You could see what they're writing. She asked me who was the skinny, thin man that was in the blue jeans, the one you saw at the end of the hallway, in Spirit-wise.
Oh.
That is awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, guys.
If y'all have any questions, please post.
Hi, guys. I am behind the computer, so the camera will be going around so that way you guys can see what we see just a little bit. So that way, if you hear my voice, you know, I'm going to let you know talk, answering questions. So right now, we're going to go to the closet here where spirits come in and out.
Yeah, we'll take the EMF meter back and see if we get anything.
Okay. Why did it just go up?
Because
No,
I
because
just
she had
turned it
it
back
all.
on.
Okay.
And we're also going to take the recorder back. And whenever you pick up a recorder or anything, you always mark it by saying, I just picked up the recorder. If you sneeze, you let them know. You mark it on the recorder by saying, that was me
They're wanting to
sneezing.
know if you're using
A laser grid.
a laser grid. If
Yes.
you see the questions, ask us. That way, just in case I know.
Yeah, I showed you the laser grid pins.
Okay, so there is 2 laser grid pins.
Right there. Sam?
Hi, David. Hello, Salim. Natalie.
Can
No,
they
he's not leaving, Natalie.
Can they see okay?
Can you
Everything?
guys see or at least hear a little bit?
Is
Please
it
let me know yes or no just by typing yes or no on. Natalie says he's not leaving. That's hilarious. Oh, Salim, I love you too, darling. Jason, they hate me. No, they don't, darling. Melissa said, I wish I had your gift sometimes. No, you don't, darling. No, you don't. The other night, I was actually,
They said just that they can hear us and everything.
the other night, the night before last, I couldn't sleep. I was very
There's a
tired, you
flashlight, you
guys.
turn
Read
it
my
right
timeline all
there.
the time. And I finally fell asleep, and there was a spirit lady yelling, Margaret, Margaret, my name is Margaret. Sometimes they call me Maggie. I mean, just making jokes, happy. I did a reading yesterday evening, and it was her niece that was basically, she's
taking pictures?
basically looked at her as a daughter, and she was making sure I knew she was here. Okay, we're gonna look over at the closet to look for. Let us know if you guys see what do you call them, orbs. See anything, feel anything, post it. Let me see what you guys come up with. I know, yeah. Barbara's actually taking pictures for motion and any evidence to be seen on her camera. So if you're seeing flashing, that's what that is. Barbara, if you don't mind letting them know when you're doing that, loud, like me, that way they know exactly what's going on.
Okay. I just seen an orb with my own eyes.
Frankie, the thing is, honey, you should never tell who you're looking for, honey, because you remember, I'm the type of person, don't tell me anything. All you have to do is state, is there anyone that would like to say anything? And, you know, I really want to know, I know you miss your mom. You know, even if your mom is not here, she is with you all the time. She sits at the end of your table. Let's see, she said, Frankie Nobles, can you sense that my mother is there wanting to tell Never something? Your mom's always watching over. Yes, Lisa Marie Skull, there's a male. You tell me what you're seeing. Natalie said there's an orb to the left, big time.
Lorie, I'm going to be shooting your way, so don't look into the camera.
Okay. Dennis Molnar. Honey, all I see is an older man, little body up at the top, salt and pepper hair. He watches over you big time. He wishes that you would change and don't be so sad. Lisa Hess, is there anyone there for me? It's not here, honey. I just leave them even if they're not here. So don't bring them in my house. My house is full enough. The big flashes is Barbara, will you explain what you're doing, baby?
The big flash is me taking pictures. I'm taking pictures because you can catch orbs and spirits on the pictures.
David, don't ever say that you lost a brother. I understand that you did lose your brother. But, like I said, there's so many people out there that can read off of just a brother. And that's the empathy of you. So be careful with that. Just ask if there's any loved ones around. There's a male. He's got a kind of like wavy hair to me, like real thick, dark hair. High receding, but he brings his hair down so nobody can see his forehead. Would that be your brother, David? Valerie, love you. Lorie, what a wonderful idea. Thank you very much. I want to make sure that everyone knows that I love what I do, and I want them to be part of what I do. Lisa Marie says, keep peeking. Missy Fisher, hello. Annette Stevens, anyone there for me? Honey, it's not necessarily for me. Just say, is there anyone that would let you know around? Because you're putting them in my house, and my house is full enough. But I see a child, a light hair. Around you would be, I see two actually, a male and a female. I don't know if you've lost any children or anyone that you know lost a child. But you have two children. You also have an older woman. I don't know if it's a mother or grandmother. She has hair past the shoulders. She loves her hair, going to the beautician and getting it fixed. It's light in color. Philip, hi, I love you. I didn't know I was going to do this until last minute. Missy Fisher, missing my dads. Honey, you're telling me again. Lisa McCombie, is there anybody around me?
They're wanting to know about the orb things again.
Okay, Barbara, that would be for you. Interrupt me when they have questions like the paranormal.
They're wanting to know what the fish.
They want to know what an orb is.
An orb is the energy of a, well, you have, like I explained last week, you have environmental orbs. Environmental orbs are from moisture, and you also have like dust orbs. As you can see, Lorie has no carpet in her house, and nobody's moving around, so there's no possible way that this is dust.
Let me answer Natalie Amaro, the man with the dark hair, skinny face, light denim jeans. Natalie, go on. Actually, that's a friend of mine that just passed away in February. Didn't even know he passed. His name is, hold on, I gotta remember. I know, don't get mad at me. He's behind me, Barbara, if you don't want to take pictures of around me. She sees one of my friends that just passed away. Natalie, he's here. Hi, Nicole. Annette, you're welcome. Hello, Rachel. Byron.
That was me.
Gayla, I'm getting a mother grandma figure with you, darker hair. She's not, she says, and I'm blunt, guys. She said, the hell with that old lady's gray hair. I'm not going for it. So whoever that is, she doesn't want to be gray hair. Aurora, sir. What's going on with the throat? Aurelia. Yes, I am, Philip. I'm at my home. We're in my living room. His name is Tim Yore. Y-O-R-E. Natalie. His name is Tim Yore. Hello, Miss Scarlett. Nancy, I'm getting a father figure with you, honey. Little balding, got white hair on the side, a little bit of dark in it. He has big eyes, big wide eyes. Like, well, you've got mom. You look like mom to me. Amanda Russ, are you getting anything from me? I'm getting a male, a younger male. It's, Natalie, it's actually behind my right side, and it's,
He's plain to see right there.
yeah, he's right here behind me.
Yeah, he's like dead over your shoulders.
Yeah, he's actually, Tim York. What I do, and I want everybody to understand, I do bless my home. I use my left hand because it's close to my heart. That's where I keep to the good Lord. To each his own. We do what you please. That's how I do it. I make a cross. If you are not of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, I circle to make it, put the negative inside that bubble, and ask Archangel to take him where it needs to be, and I shove him out the window, and it's gone. Yes, it would, Natalie. Tammy Doyle, I'm frustrated. Tammy, I'm getting to the point where you're a sensitive empath, honey, and I just saw a man sit beside your son.
No, he's been standing in front of me.
Okay, but I just saw him sitting down.
Yeah, and there was an orb that shot into me earlier.
Well, even though you feel that it's into you, but
No,
it's not.
I saw it.
Okay, well, I just saw him sit. So what you're seeing, I see perfect. I see spirits perfect. I just heard him talk again. Where is that recorder? Do we have the
It'll pick
recorder
it,
going?
yes, it'll pick it up. Okay, guys, I'm going to be shooting pictures directly towards my son, so.
You want to point it towards the left a bit?
Infrared waves different.
I'm getting a mother figure for you. I can't pronounce your name right. Forgive me. It's Ariella. Denise Molnar. That's going to be a personal thing, honey. Ask me in the private message, or you can hire me on as a reading or a guidance. Usually, when it comes to healing, I usually put it in also with a reading. You can get a hold of me at psychic Lorie Johnson at AOL.com. Yeah, it's behind my neck. Hi, Julie. You do great things. Can you help me with the message I'm supposed to get from the spirits? I'm getting a grandmother figure, grandfather figure, honey. They're telling me to tell you to move. M-U-M-O-V-E. Move. You need to move. Hi, Pamela. Denise, you're very welcome. Natalie said take a picture of me. Lisa, it's not here, honey. Lisa Marie Skull. I'm getting a thin older woman, silver kind of salt and pepper color hair. She's telling me that her arms hurt, and I'm not sure what that means. That would be for you. That's your personal knowledge. I don't know. I just give you what I feel, see, and hear. Rachel, got any words of wisdom for me? I'm getting a mother, grandmother figure. She's telling me to tell you that you need to cleanse more often. You're a sensitive. You're gifted, actually, and I think you know that. If you're looking for someone, please don't say grandparents, brother, uncle, niece, because people could feed off that, okay? So re-ask that question, please. Kristen Kelly said, what was that over me? Russell Sherman, he actually was raised with us when we were younger. Hello, Russell. See, if there's hay, it's left. This is actually my right side. It could be also my protector, my guide. His name is Philip. He has dirty blonde hair. He wears light blue jeans. He's got, well, actually, it could be Archangel Michael too, because Archangel Michael comes in a plaid shirt, and he has light blue jeans, and he's got sandy blonde, wavy hair. So that would be Archangel Michael.
Just seen it will come out of here into there.
I told you, this place is very, very busy, Mama. Very, very busy. Very, very busy. Diane asked, Diane, re-ask that please, it went real fast on my timeline. Thank you, Gayla, let me know that. I love confirmation, guys. When I give a reading, I love mini testimonials, how you felt about your reading, and the information. I mean, not telling your personal issues, but I love other people understanding how I give my readings. I don't talk about myself really. I don't like it as boasting to me. But you experiencing a reading with me, it actually helps others understand, because I could say one thing and another person sees another. Derek Johns, honey, do you have a male friend that passed over? I don't know if it was accident, suicide, or an overdose. He's coming forward, he's got brown hair. Archangel Michael said, I don't pray to Archangel Michael, he's an angel. I pray to the Lord and Christ. Let's see, but Archangel Michael does protect me all the time. Yes, I do have another male in the hallway. Nicole, you actually have a new guide. It's a female, and you also have Ariel, Archangel Ariel, protecting you. Check who she is, what she does, so you can find out what you need to deal with, okay? I'm getting health issues as well. You need to eat right better and leave that junk food alone. I see. And I tell. Diana Fisher, do my spirit guides have anything to say to me? They want you to learn to release stress and not let everything bug you out. You're very emotional, yes or no, please? Natalie Jo Amara, guess what? You have a few, Miss Lorie. That man was talking about in a blondish woman, dirty blonde, sundress. The female could be my cousin Patty. Yeah, but I think that you're going through a change. It's a shift. So everything's changing up. You also have a little fox with you. I know, Nicole. You can't hide nothing. I can see everything, honey. I got a cold draft right behind me.
You don't understand. Like, I could see him. He's like...
Could you ask him what his name is?
Me?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Tim. I just heard it.
Like, you don't... Like, you, if you look on here, you can see he's right there, because...
I can feel it. I can see behind you. Because I'm physically here, mentally back there.
I don't know if you can look on the video part yourself.
It's not even booted up yet, guys. I'm going to reboot my computer so my video can come back on. Be right back. Okay, I can still see me now. I can now see me.
Okay, if you look over your shoulder, you can see...
It's actually a few seconds behind.
Hold on. Mom's camera. But if you look closely enough, you can see it.
Favor, are you still on me or not?
I'm on you.
Okay, can you put it that way? I'm going to go across from you for a second. Hi, James. I just want to say hi to him. Just so they can watch and let me know if they say or type anything, just...
Like question-wise, or...
Yeah.
Or
even what they're saying, because my computer, for some reason, is not coming up with it.
Lisa... Marie Skull asks, Lorie, my youngest feels things are in his bedroom. Can you feel anything in here?
I see a man. I feel a man in there. He's watching over your child. But always remember, even though you're scared, you shouldn't be scared. You're giving them energy, but also, wow, you have my father behind you, honey. My dad's behind you. But also, you need to let you know to calm yourself down, go in there and tell them, if you know, use your left hand. I don't care if you're religious or not. I'm not religious. I just have faith. Use your left hand, make a big old cross in the air and say, if you are not of the Father, the Son, or the Holy Ghost, you are not welcome here. Make a circle. Imagine there's a bubble. It's a protection bubble. Put the negative in there and ask Archangel Michael to take it away. My father's sitting there.
They said, please tell Lorie they found my uncle. He is safe and thank you.
Oh, okay.
Deanna Fisher, I don't know how you say your last name, but she says, keep finding Penny's head down and feathers. Question mark, question mark.
All right, tell the girl, I know who it is, but I just tell her that, or she can hear me. He is going to try to do the same thing that we envisioned him to do. Please keep an eye on him. Put him on watch.
This person said, do you see the next year getting better for me? It's been an extremely difficult the last 6 months, but I've been trying to remain positive. Her name's Amanda Russ.
All right, so just give me your first name. I don't need no last name.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so what was the question?
Do you see the next year getting better for me?
Actually, this year, within 2 months, you need to change your outcome and stop looking down on everything all the time. And I see that you're going to change your energy. You've got to learn that we manifest our reality. So we're starting to believe we have bad luck, we're creating the bad luck. So what you do is you say, you know what, I have no time for all this bad stuff, and I'm done with it, and throw it out the window. And start changing your ways. Change your living room, change your bedroom, change your outlook.
Rick Wade said, tell Lorie Johnson much love from Rick Wade.
Ah, that's my soul brother.
And Annette says, could you give the instructions again for releasing negative energies?
What I do is, personally, I use my left hand because it's close to my heart, and I always say, make a big cross in the air. If you're not of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, you make a circle around that cross you just made. Imagine a bubble, and all the negative and the bad energy is going in that bubble, and ask Archangel Michael to take it where it needs to be. Never send negative or bad whatever to anybody, because you're actually boomeranging it back 10 times fold. Wow, my dad.
Jay said, is that my time here getting short?
Jay said what?
Is my time here getting short?
No. But he does need to change his ways, and he needs to go get a physical. He's got issues with his stomach issues.
Lorie,
Yes, dear.
Sydney says, are the dimes I find a sign?
That's a grandma. Ask her yes or no. Post it yes or no after this question. But I'm getting that it's a grandmother on mom's side. She's telling me there's a diamond ring somebody in the family's got, and I just heard mom. Her mother has a ring. That would be her. The diamonds are from her. Wow, my dad.
I feel it. Like, you don't understand. I feel it.
Let me tell you.
Like, it's warm behind me.
Yeah.
Carrie said, are there any messages for me from loved ones who have passed?
I'm getting a young male, dark skin, dark hair, dark eyes, so they've got to be dark blue or brown. He has high cheekbones, small nose, but it's a little wide at the end of the nose. Pointy chin, like a squared off chin. And he's telling me he's holding his neck. So I don't know what that means. It could be a suicide accident, and he died quickly.
Nicole says, I also find pennies and dollars and feathers. Who are they from?
The feathers are actually from her healer. healers, and they're trying to help her heal because when she's going through emotions, I'm seeing emotions like she's confused, sad, mad, angry all the time. The healers are actually given that, and that would be a man, and that would be a grandpa. Pappy. He just told me his name is Pappy. I'll leave a nose and the dollars. The older woman just said, "Good luck with that. Put it in your pocket. Dollar earned," and laughing.
Natalie wants to know who is with her.
Ask her if her mother or grandmother or a mother figure is passed. I just heard mom. Alright, I need to express this. Anyone and everyone needs to make sure that you've got something to drink, and most definitely it's got to be water. And everyone, even though you're watching the show, it can also dehydrate you. And then you become lethargic, or you can become tired, or worn out, or your bones start hurting. It means that you're using your energy through my energy, and then spirits will be around you. When you have issue of become very sad, and all of a sudden you're sad and you're lonely and you're worried about your dad or your mom or your brother or your grandma, and you're thinking about them, all of a sudden off the top of your head, they just bam, it just pops in your head. It's because their energy is around you. Just ask them to keep distance from you.
Natalie says, "Mom, question mark. My mom is still here, but I am worried about her."
Okay. All right, well, the woman that just yelled, ask her if grandma's alive, because the woman just yelled behind my back, my head, and said, "Mom." So whoever it is, it's a woman. She's got short hair. She's kind of stocky, not big lady. I'm size 5, guys, so I'm pertaining it to my weight. She yelled at me. Let's see. She's got chubby cheeks, big round eyes, but they're kind of, she's like swelled a little bit in the eyes. Diabetes, she just told me diabetes, arthritis in the neck and in the back, carpal tunnel in the hands. She's worried about your mom.
Shannon wants to know, Lorie, I know we couldn't really pinpoint it at the time. Has anything in the picture changed, and do you have anything else for me?
The only thing I could think of, if a little child is hanging around you, that means that somebody close to you or you have lost a child. There are some times that we go through some issues with a female, and...
Sorry to interrupt, but I could see an orb flying around right there at the end of my pen.
Okay. So anyways, sometimes when a child comes around, it could be yours, your mother's, or someone close to you have lost a child, and that child is coming to you for guidance or watching over you. Remember, a child that's not born is automatically an angel, so that child will always be around you unless it's reincarnated. Reincarnated means a lot of people are confused about this.
Okay, I just want everybody to know the bathroom door just opened by itself.
Oh.
And it just closed on. It's okay, Matthew.
You need to start taking pictures now, please.
There's a guy right there, Lorie.
Yeah, I see.
Is that going off by itself?
It's gotta be my dog. It's gotta be. Anyways, what was I saying? Y'all just jump me off of it. You gotta remember, I gotta stay on that energy. Anyways, reincarnation. Reincarnation doesn't mean that because your grandma had passed and I say that she's reincarnated, doesn't mean that it's that particular lady. It's an essence of the soul that wants to relive to do better than what they felt they did in this life. Or they have unfinished business and need to relive to learn the lesson. Now remember, not a lot of people believe what I believe, but I explain what I do. That means if you're coming to me, that means that you're looking for guidance. You can become more aware of your gifts And you can have different ways of doing things.
If I may interrupt you, this person kind of wants a serious question.
Okay.
She goes, do you want me to tell you who? It's like,
Yes, please.
it says, my husband committed suicide. I've always blamed myself. Does he blame me?
He just said absolutely not. He said absolutely not. And that's her husband behind me. Yank it over there.
Oh my god, I just saw a freaking face.
Okay, that's her husband.
I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but when it flashed that orange, you saw a face.
It's her husband.
It didn't do it now.
Okay, the thing is, okay, you can put it back over there. Stop blaming yourself for things, because you got to remember the sadness, unfinished business, the anger. You're keeping your loved ones earthbound, and yes, I do believe it. They're in guilt, and they don't think that they're worthy of going to the light because of it. They don't want to leave their loved ones, even if you were their enemy. They do not want to, they don't think that they're worthy of it, and they cannot go to the light because then there's guilt in them.
Your sister said, your sister said, Kim, hello sis, is there supposed to be a picture?
What does that mean?
That's just what you're...
Kim, we're actually recording, and it's an investigation. We're doing, you see the lights and the flickering lights is because we're doing a live paranormal investigation.
Lisa wants to know, is there a name with the man in my son's room?
I will not go by names, because if I go by the names, I become I actually live their life, and I go into the past, and then I feel their ailments, their anger, and everything else. Now, if you become skeptic, then names start flying. The name I'm getting you starts with a P.
Okay, that's creepy. This lady just said, Natalie, is the cameraman warm or hot by his leg?
Say it again.
Natalie said, is the cameraman warm or hot by his leg? And the only one is by the right one.
She's talking about you.
Yeah, but...
Alright, well, let go of it. Don't give it any attention to it. Because the more you're giving it energy of your fear...
No, I'm not even paying attention. It's just when...
Yeah. But the man that's right by you is my dad.
Oh, really?
That's my dad, and we call him Pop.
I could feel him. He's warm.
Okay, we'll just ask him to back off.
I don't mind.
No, you need
No,
to
you need to
ask
say
him to back off.
Back off.
Just back off, please, because you're draining me from my energy. That's what you say.
Guys, I'm letting you know this is the second time my son.
Yeah.
I just saw it.
There goes another one.
Yeah. Alright, face it over that way and let everybody know, or see it. You might see some lights flickering and all, but guys, keep an eye on the green light.
The green light itself on the floor, or...
No.
No, it's here.
The little green,
Okay.
laser grid pens.
Okay.
What is this here?
That's...
That there's the EMF meter.
Okay, so it'll pick up the spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What it does, if a spirit comes near you, it should go off.
Okay.
It'll...
Let's
Yeah.
put it by the bathroom door.
Okay.
It's actually in the hall closet. You can see the spirits. If you have sight, walk in and out, and they'll come through my house. If you are spiritual and see a female with long legs and light hair, she's actually Lucille Ball. She's in my house all the time.
Mary wants to know, I've always felt people around me. Who are they?
Mary Silvers.
Who? No, it's Mary Arrington?
Okay, don't say the last name. Just tell me the first name, and
It's
I
just-
can still see them.
Okay.
Okay, so she said what now?
I've always felt people around me. Who are they?
Most definitely. She has an NDE issue by the time she was 4. I was just told 4. She got that was very sick. So she's very spiritual. She just never honed into it.
And Natalie, my leg's fine, thank you.
What is it?
No, she asked me, how is your leg now? Because she said, he's by Lorie.
Yeah, no, but he's giving me a headache, so he needs to back off a little bit.
Philip wants to know, will this be archived?
Most definitely. I'm gonna try to probably put it on YouTube or just somehow save it on the West Virginia Midnight Paranormal Society page.
Jay wants to know, was my husband's death an accident or a suicide?
I'm getting accident, like very depressed. Wanted it, but then too late to change it, if that makes sense. Very angry though, very angry. But his anger turned into sadness and depression. Can I ask you if he was sick? I'm getting sickness, and he didn't want to become a burden. He just said, that's right. That's exactly right. That's right. That's exactly right. Let me know if they have,
Something just touched my leg. It was like it was a tap. Something tapped my leg.
Okay, we just ask them to back off, please.
Can you please back off?
Thank you. I have to refresh my whole entire page because it's just not good enough. There's too much energy around where I'm at, so my computer is running really, really slow, so I can't see anything. It's just not moving.
Gayla says, do I have any messages from my father-in-law?
Say it again?
Gayla asks, do I have any messages from my father-in-law?
The only thing that I'm getting from him was do the right thing. Do the right thing. What's right for you.
Natalie says he's a persistent one. Take a picture of cameraman.
Oh, most definitely. Well, he's protecting you because he knows you're nervous too.
And then Nancy wants to know, was my son's death murder or suicide?
Ask her if it had anything to do with drugs. Out of Facebook, just get back into Facebook. There's a lot of YouTube energy around here.
She said no. Nancy did.
Say it again.
Nancy said no.
And that was on the Sun.
Yes.
Send me a message in the mail, please, because this is a little bit more personal than I should give live.
D wants to know, please, is my son with me and is he happy?
She should have never asked for the Sun. Guys, if you want to hear from a loved one, just say, is there anyone around me? Never give me your father, your son, your uncle. Somebody just walk right by me.
Hold on, Natalie, who do you referring to look to the left? Natalie said, look to the left.
I already saw him. It would be my right, not the left. Her left, my right. Remember?
I'm just saying what she said.
Can you believe I can't open my anything on this computer?
Spirits messing with it.
Facebook won't even open.
While Lori's messing with her computer, let's ask the spirit some questions. And if y'all want to ask any, just post them and we'll ask. Can any of the spirits please give your names? Can you tell us how old you are? What did you do for a living? What year were you born?
Barbara, explain to them why you're doing that and what we'll do to help.
The reason why we do this is as I am recording and I ask the questions, and if we get a direct response from the spirits, then it shows that it's not, oh, I forget the name of it now. It shows that they're able to interact with us. Can you tell us your age? You always want to ask, when you ask a question, you want to wait a while and just sit quietly because it takes them so much energy just to say stuff.
Isn't that why you have the thing on the floor? To help
Yes, they'll
produce.
grow off of that, yes. But they also draw off of batteries.
I can run off because this doesn't have internet.
How old are you? That was Lorie. And we always take and mark, like for instance, like Lorie just came out the door and you heard like a little bang. So that way I know that it was Lorie that did that bang and not a spirit. What do you like to do for fun? How long have you been here? Why are you here? What's your favorite color? Are you male or female? Something's messing with my camcorder because it's been shut it off and back on again and just started to record.
Something's messing with my computer because
Yeah.
the internet's fine, but it keeps saying that I have no internet.
Forget the network, then re-add it.
Huh?
Forget the network, and are you attached to it through Wi-Fi or HDMI cord?
Wi-Fi.
Forget the network and re-add it.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
What, to forget the network?
Yeah, it's saying that I have there's no Wi-Fi.
Mom, they want you to take a picture of behind me.
It says I have no internet.
Well, it has to be. We can just do it off of this. I know you want to see it yourself, but you can come sit next to me and see yourself. If you need headphones, I have a pair. Just got them today.
Barbara asked them to come to the,
Yeah, I was getting ready to do it. I just wanted to record a little bit with this camcorder here. Spirits, instead of messing with our equipment and Lori's computer, see the green light right there? You can draw all the energy you want from that right there on the floor.
can you make it go off? Show everybody that you're here.
And if you walk over to that, it'll make a noise to show that you're near it.
That was my phone.
It's okay. Can one of y'all make one of the, there's a, right back here, that light right there. If you go to that, it'll also go off. Can you show that you're here?
Don't forget to like this, guys, so that way it can get a little bit of more audience in there, and I'll know who is watching, listening, liking.
You're pretty lucky to be able to witness this because not a lot of groups will do this.
Not a lot of psychic mediums either.
Exactly. And since we talked about last week about what I do, how I do, we figured that we would set it up and do it live so that you can actually see in action a real investigation going on locally.
Do you see that?
Philip,
Yes, he would.
my friend said, Philip said, nice job, cameraman. Can you let him know who you are?
I'm Matthew. I'm her, Barbara's son. Lorie, there's someone standing right in front of me.
Okay, we'll tell him to move.
No. Over, and you can see him in the grid light.
Okay, we'll tell him to move. Go.
Move.
Thank you.
Matthew, when you talk to him, you talk with him with respect as you do if it was like me standing there.
But they also need to know that you're in charge.
That's right.
Always. And it's okay if they're in of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. But if they're not, they need to leave.
Do you have any questions, Lorie, that you want the spirits to answer for you?
I just heard somebody say Lord. He was a man. I'd like to know what their name is, even though I can hear it. Everybody else should be able to
Right.
recognize them. When I do my readings, if they have unfinished business, I usually have that person come to me, get a healing, and that person that is left behind, that feels left behind, can actually help their loved one that passed over to be able to move on and go to the light and know they're worthy of that light. Is I help cut cords, bring what is hurting them, bring forth all, I call it the Pandora box of memories. Everybody has them. I can see them. Even if you put them back in the back of your mind, I can still see them. Anything that's holding you back from moving forward, them forward. I bring it forth. I help the person that I'm giving the reading help their loved one learn to forgive and let go. That not everybody is perfect.
And that's why I was saying last week, it's great that Lori's on my team and she's able to communicate with spirits. Because if we have a spirit that is stuck, she's able to get the reason why they're stuck, and then we're able to send them onto the light or wherever they want to go.
Nicole wants to know, how do we help spirits to cross over?
It depends. You can't just think that it's, we're going to be able to, like the show, Ghost of Shepherdstown that I'm in on Destination America, and actually will be on this Sunday at 10 p.m. Look for it. It's Eastern time, so it could be an hour behind, 3 hours behind. It's very good, educational, very up to date. What I do is, there was a lot of things that were cut out, but the main thing that I wanted everyone to know, why I love knowing and doing the video or the investigation and recording of the shows, is because there are a lot of souls that in Shepherdstown are stuck. They're earthbound. Some don't even know that they're dead or how they died. Just like the man down in the basement that you guys, if you're up to date with the show, I had thyroid issue in my throat. It's hereditary. My mother has the exact same thing. I'm shielded, I'm protected, but what happened was, when I first had gone down there, I started getting a lot of emotions, a lot of flash of, not my life, their life, what was going on. So by the time I stepped down in that basement, it really wasn't a basement back in the day. You got to remember, we call them basements, they called them crawl spaces, holes, cellars. And as soon as I went down, I started getting an older military, I would call him a sergeant, but other people call him something else. I'm not educated in all that. I don't want to know about it, because then I'll start living their life. I started going down, my foot hit the dirt of that basement, and all of a sudden the sergeant got in my face, and he had regular eyes. I was watching him, and he said, "What are you doing down here? What do you want? You're not dressed right. Why are you here?" All of a sudden, what was cut out that you didn't see, I paused, and I telepathically had to tell him and verbally tell him, "Do you know that you're gone? I'm not in your time. You're in my time, and that you are down here. And is there anything that I can help you realize you died?" What happened was, he was holding himself accountable for all the deaths that were happening with this war that was going on, and all these men coming in. And a lot of men, okay, now, back it up, thank you. I had a spirit stand beside me. So anyways, I had to let him know what I had to live, what he went through, but then I had to draw him in my time to make him realize that he was in my time. All of a sudden, he got back in my face with the white eyes, all pierced white eyes. And he yelled at me and told me, "Get me the hell out of here. I don't want to live this hell anymore." And that's when he tried to attach himself to the weakest spot, and that would be my thyroid. I've got somebody playing with my hair, by the way.
I got the camcorder on you.
Yeah, I've got it on, he's playing with my hair. So when he tried to attach me, I have a rule. You want me to help you on the other side, to help you heal, to help you go to the light, to bring what you feel that you're basically damning yourself for, that you could not stop or change. Let go of it, forgive it. He got scared and realized that he was dead, and he tried to attach himself. Well, he wasn't attacking me, but because I have a rule, don't come near me, don't attach yourself to me, don't cling on to me, don't cling on to anything that belongs to me. Well, he tried, because he said, "I don't want this hell no more." He was reliving it constantly, because he didn't realize that he wasn't at fault what happened and what was going on. So he tried to attach. It flipped me out. Actually, I'm a redhead. It pissed me off, because he was violating me. and not listening to me to the point where I could help him even being down there. So I went outside and I saged myself, I cleansed myself, and I drank my water. I was dehydrated. It was 12-hour investigation, and I was tired. And that was another thing that why he could be able to grab a hold of me. So that's the reason why I did what I did, but you couldn't see everything about it because it was shown, but not everything was shown. You know, I have a lot of kudos for the producer, director. I have a lot of respect for Destination America for doing this and allowing this to come to alive for a lot of people to understand, you know, not all spirits are bad. And spirits can become bad because they're not forgiven or letting go or seeing not seeing their loved one on, you know, alive, not unhappy. And you know, you've got to remember, our emotions become their emotions, just like your emotions become mine, for me to be able to tell your story, to understand, just like I do with the spirits. They're souls. Any questions?
Betty asked, why is the same people getting answers? I haven't seen anything from her.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm not looking at the computer. Yeah, it's still, something's stopping me from getting on the computer.
What is it exactly? I might be able to help.
What is it?
Like, what's going on? Why can't you get on there? Is it the Wi-Fi still?
Yeah. Somebody said, let's see, Mary said, will the doctor be able to find out what is going on with my body? Mary, you need to find out if it's not, and I'm not I'm not trying to put your, per se laundry out there, but to me, I think all of it's coming from the female genital areas. Have that checked, honey. Hi, Sean, Karen. Thank you very much for joining. Jessica, Lorie, I love watching your live videos. Thank you for allowing us to be part of what you do. Are there any message for me? I'm getting a younger male. Jessica, Natalie, Betty, what do you want to know? Natalie, I'm not understanding that one, honey. Betty wants to know if anyone's around me. I'm getting grandpa. Most definitely, Philip. You know, they do try. You know, got to remember, they're scared as well. Especially when you're bringing them into your dimension of reality. You know, a lot of spirits, a lot of spirits love going and coming back to me even when they were young, even though you remember them being old. They come to at their happy spots.
That's the kitten's crying.
Yeah, I've got a little kitten.
Natalie wants to know how soon should I get my knees done?
Mary Blake, actually, honey, your female organs are connected to your stomach, honey. It can also connect it to giving you anxiety. I've heard it can give a woman a stroke, headaches. So even though you're saying it's your stomach, when you have a bladder in your stomach, you've got ovaries, uterus. Get it?
She said, Mary said, but it is my stomach. My female parts have a lot of trouble.
Okay, so she needs to get her female. If you haven't had a hysterectomy, go talk to a specialist. There's a Louis or Louise, Natalie Joe Amaro is saying. I don't know. I know a Louise.
Philip wants to know, can Lorie tell me about GM issue in Lordsville, Ohio? Will cause them to
Jai
Mexico?
says Clarescent. Hold on, honey, let me read this one.
Okay.
Am I Clarescent? Let's see what you are. Okay, don't ask me particular things when you're wanting to know what gifts I see you having. That only makes me read your energy. I read energy and I seek the truth. That's all I want to know, but I don't want to know who you're looking for, what you're looking for. Just say, can you tell me anything for me? Or is there anyone around me? Okay, ask one question, please, at a time. Shy, Marlon, you're a sensitive empath and an intuitive is what I'm getting. Okay, Mary, send me a message so I can look, please. I'm not a doctor, not a lawyer. So, you know, the best thing is to go see a specialist. Okay, she's had a hysterectomy, but I feel that it could be the bladder maybe fallen. I'm not sure, honey. You need to go see. If you're not comfortable with the doctor you've got, go find another one that you're comfortable with. Lewis's husband's father. Mandy Hay said, do I know the shadow that walks my house? I just heard him say yes, and it's a male. John? Mandy Phillips Hay. Do you know a John that passed over? Dark hair, could be dark brown. It doesn't look like it's a black color. It's like almost an auburnish color, a highlight in it. Also, wide eyes, medium build. He loved to drink. He's smoking pot. Sorry, but I gotta tell you what I see. He also was a smoker. Okay, Matthew, do you see any more questions?
Natalie's doing a reading to someone.
Yeah, that's okay. I wish you wouldn't do that on my timeline, but it's okay. If you're helping someone out, kudos to you. I see a person standing right there.
Yeah, I'm taking pictures there too.
Look. Do you have the camera on me, Matthew?
Kind of. I have it on the hallway and kind of on you.
There was a woman standing right over me.
I've got
Not
you
over
on,
me, but you know, standing right behind me.
I've got you on camcorder and taking pictures.
That was wild. Hi, Lee. It's okay, Natalie. You're helping someone else. You keep doing what you got to do, baby. Kudos for you. That way it doesn't become you. If you have a message, give it out.
Have you been hearing footsteps too?
It could be the military man that I was talking about, but he needs to go to the light because I can feel a cold draft right here.
No, like back in the hallway. Like all I hear is like those slow creaks, like footsteps. Like I hear them.
All right, well, we're going to take a 5-minute break. I want to be able to let quiet come. So, guys, just keep an eye on it. This is the way we work. That way we'll be quiet. All right, this one. You see anything real white? Don't get scared. Those are my legs. It's not a ghost. Hey, if you feel like it, you can talk to him.
I don't smell any musk.
That was water bottle, guys. If you guys feel anything or sense anything, let us know. Post it up.
Philip said Matthew, a smell of musk will be in the room. It is the military surgeon, I think he meant.
Take it up and say it louder, baby.
No, Philip said Matthew, a smell of musk will be in the room. Yeah, in the room, it's a military surgeon.
Yeah, wait, the man needs to go to the light, and everything is okay, and he's forgiven. He did the best he could.
I don't smell a musk though. Jessica said, "Who walks?" Oh, she said, "Who walks my house at night here?"
Say it again.
Jessica wants to know who walks my house at night here.
Ask her if she's living in a townhouse or an apartment, because I'm feeling that there was a man next door behind hers, or it was a row house or something close to her house that a man just died about between 4 to 8 years ago. I'm getting 4 and an 8, so I don't know what that means. He could have been 48. I don't know. Alright, I don't know if anybody in this chat room that's watching, there's a man here, his name is Kenny. Did anybody lose a brother named Kenny? Kenny. His real name could have been Kenneth, but he's calling himself Kenny. He's a big guy. He's basically telling me to tell you that, tell my bro, I love him, let go of the anger, I'm cool with it. Let me know if anybody responds to that.
Oh well.
Because he's yelling at me. Not yelling at me, but he's talking loud. Let me know if there's a person in here that knows a Louisa. They're looking for Louisa. Louisa. Not Louise, or it's a Louisa. Okay, I've got another lady call asking for a Donald. Your loved ones are coming clear now. They're all yelling names. They're looking for their loved ones. Let me know if you guys know. Somebody just said Donald McIntyre. Older woman. Died real old. She was an older woman, wrinkled up. It looks like it might have been some kind of cancer she passed away with.
This Philip L. Witt said my cousin Kenny, big man in his 40s, worked with animal protection.
Did he pass?
Philip, did he pass?
Did he answer you back?
Not yet.
Philip, is Kenny alive or passed?
All he said is yes.
So he passed?
So he passed, Philip?
Big guy? Is he a big guy?
Yeah, he said Kenny, big man.
Okay, well, tell him he's here. He's saying I'm good. Tell my brother I'm good. Let it go. I'm fine. So ask Philip if Kenny had a brother.
Did Kenny have a brother? Yeah, he passed. He said yes. Philip did.
All right, Philip. Let me know if you hear me. Kenny said, please tell his bro, B-R-O, I'm good. Forget about it. I'm not angry. And ask him if that makes any sense to him. Were they arguing when he passed? Did he not correspond with them? Because he's wanting his brother to know everything's forgiven. I'm done with it, man. That's what he says. I'm done with it.
While we're waiting on him, Jay Marlin, she says, do I really hear animals talk to me?
Yes, because I do too. I hear him.
My cousin's name's Andrew.
Hi, Jay Phillips. I'm not sure, honey. I haven't heard anything, but you guys can go to Destination America. There's one on Facebook, or you can go to their website. Let them know what you think about the show, and tell them that you would love to see more of me, the cast, the crew. The more people can go to that page, let them know. We all know what archive is, as long as they getting good reviews and more asking for it. I'm sure there's going to be season 2. I have not heard anything yet. I'm a psychic medium. I'm not telling you what I see. Denise, my computer will not boot up. Something is so close to me right now. It won't even boot up. My Wi-Fi's not even working. Lisa Skull, your husband's got an older man, Pappy, PP. It's an older man, a heavy set, kind of palish to the skin, balding up at the top. He watches over your husband, and if you're afraid, if he's in the paranormal, please do, guys, make sure that you leave your belongings where the sun can shine outside for 3 days, because if it's a tag-along or a carry-along. Tag-along is a spirit or anything, entity, any energy-wise, that can tag along your material, your shoes, your book bag, your equipment. Attachment is something that, a carry-on is actually something that can connect itself to the weakest spot on your body.
Jay didn't hear your answers on the animals.
The animals, I can hear and understand animals as well. So yes, that is a gift. That's part of a healer gift, especially hearing and feeling and sensing an animal.
Another Jay wants to know, is there anyone around me?
Jay, is your mom passed? I'm getting a mother figure. She's a little older. You look a little bit like her, but she's a little more chunkier in the face. She likes getting her hair done, or she's got curly hair. Her hair was long. She used to pin it up and then cut it off. If that makes sense, let me know.
Betty wants to know, messages for me, question mark.
Say it again.
Messages for me, question mark.
Jade, would your grandmother be passed on your mom's or your dad's side, please? To me, you look like dad, but you have mom's cheeks and the shape of mom's eyes. Yes or no, please? Martin Hardy. Martin, I'm getting a grandma figure with you. It's an older woman, kind of short. She walked with the walker for a little while. Does that make sense, please? All right, Jay. To me, I think it's your mom. Your dad's mom passed? Yes or no, please? Guys, remember, when I correspond, just say yes or no, or that makes sense. That way, I know I'm on that right person.
Jay Phillips says yes.
Thank you very much, Jay. Jay, do you know a young female? She dyed her hair blonde. I see the highlights, but she had like a brown hair. It was long. It was wavy, curly. Cat eyes, got dark eyes. So to me, they look a little like a dark hazel color. And she died. Do you know this female? David Boland. Is there anything? Ruby, actually, honey, that was actually an ignorant question, but you've got to remember we're on my phone, my cell phone, so messages are flying to us.
Mary wants to know if there's any messages for her.
Ruby, do you know a Louisa? Louisa, it's a man. He's an older man. He shrunk a little bit. He's got curly hair, salt and pepper color. He's here. He's here with me. Honey, you don't have negativity unless you're allowing it in there. And if you're that scared, then that means you're creating something that's not there. And that actually goes to Lisa Skull. Skull.
Philip's like giving me a history lesson on ghosts.
Alright, well, going back to Jay Phillips, there's a female around you. It could be for a girlfriend or your wife.
Ruby,
To me, you've got a shadow where you would get a sunburn on your your left hand. To me, so it'd be I'm in front of you. So if you put your my left your right hand out, you could feel a cold draft. That would be me. I'm actually looking at you. Are you married or not married or was married? Because I'm getting you're not wearing a ring. Yes or no, please. David Boland. Were you very close to a woman that ended up in a senior home or a rehabilitation home? You've got an older woman. I don't feel that she is a blood relative, but it could be a wife's or a girlfriend's relative that passed away that got close to you. She's around you a lot. Ruby, this older man saying yes, you know him, you just not met, you weren't around him a lot, if that makes sense. So he could be I keep getting Aruba. I don't know. It's somebody around you or your husband or boyfriend, I don't know. I'm just giving you the message I see.
he said his middle name was Lewis.
What is it?
Ruby said his middle name was Lewis.
Okay. But he's not giving me Louis, he's giving me Luisa. Like a Spanish name. Lisa, God bless you too, honey. Okay, so Ruby, he's going by Luisa. I might be saying it wrong because I don't speak Spanish, sorry. But he's going by Luisa, and he's around you. He wants a cold beer. It's Corona, lime in it, and he's singing the song. Put the lime in the coconut
and drink it all up.
Okay, thank you, but Jay, I kept seeing, so if she was showing me the finger with Jay, this goes Jay to Phillips, this woman is around you, so it was around the time that you were not married. Hope that makes sense. It's your information, I know nothing about you.
Ruby wants to know, since I dream of husband and dad a lot, do you think it's my time?
No, you're dreaming about them because they're actually going to be your guides. They're your angels, and they're going to watch over you. You're actually been angry, depressed, and in distance. Yes or no, Ruby? Missy Fisher. Is your mom passed, honey? I just heard mom, and she's not saying mom, she's saying mother. David Boland. You have an older woman with you, honey. It's an older, very thin woman. She's got dark skin. Scarlet, do you know a Scarlet?
Ruby says yes.
Okay. Thank you, Philip. Witt, W-I-T-T, W-H-I-T-T, sorry. Yeah, but Betty Boland, this is not a Lewis, it's a Louisa. He belongs to Ruby. It could be a grandpa, great-grandpa, or her husband's, or a boyfriend's father, but he's around her. His name is Louisa. And it is Louise in American. Exactly, Philip Witt. What's going on is, even though, no matter what nationality they are, I can still understand them. But if they want you to understand who they are, they will say it to me where I can understand it. Remember, if they want my help or they want their loved ones to get a message, they've got to go by my rule for me to understand them.
No, my mom's flashing pictures.
Missy Fisher, no to the mom. Do you have a grandmother that was like a mother figure, honey? She's saying it's mother. So it could be a husband's mother. Let me see what she looks like. Hold on, I've got to stay on Missy Fisher. All right, she's got very short hair, curly.
Something turned my recorder off. Yep.
She's got salt and pepper hair, dark hair when she was younger, so it could be a red, a brown, or a black. Her eyes are dark, so that's got to be dark blue or a brown. She had COPD. She had, it looks like to me maybe borderline diabetic or a diabetic. The lady loved chocolate. She loved, what is those foam cakes that you could buy? Pound cake.
Pound cake.
Loved a pound cake with the lemon on it. Missy Fisher, does that make sense? Betty, you know, don't take that personally, honey. The thing is, sometimes our loved ones don't want to see us, to remember them that way. So they know you love them. Thank you, Ruby. Okay, Missy Fisher, she's saying she's mother, and she's around you, and she loves you. She sees you as her child. Stephen Plunkett. I see a male and I also see a female. And Stephen Plunkett, do you know any type of suicide type of thing with the male and the female? Philip Witt, Barbara, actually Matthew's mom, is the one that's taking the pictures. There could be David Boland. That lady could be a mother-in-law, great-grandma, grandmother, a girlfriend's grandma that you actually used to take her to go see. Could have been a neighbor, but she loves you. She's watching over you. David, can I ask you if you had a young male pass? I'm getting 2 to 4 years ago. It could have been longer, but I'm getting 2 to 4 years ago. But I'm getting 2 to 4. All right, my phone just died. Literally shutting down. That's crazy.
How much percentage do you have?
Huh?
How much percentage do you have?
I have nothing. It's dead.
Zip?
My phone is zip.
Well, Stephen Plunkett wants to know, can they tell you their name?
All I got was, say his name again?
Stephen Plunkett.
The older lady. Nope, that's Bolden.
If you have to, just plug your phone.
You're talking about the male and the female. I don't work with names because then I wind up going in their past, reading them, and then I start feeling their emotions, their ailments, their sadness, their anger. I don't get personal. I don't allow them to be personal with me. They can tell me the story to tell you.
Just go ahead. Just if you want me to, I'll unplug my phone and plug yours in.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Carolyn wants to know any messages.
Ask her if she's gifted.
Are you gifted, Carolyn?
Because you've got a male with you, and he stays in the back bedroom. He watches over everybody that comes into that room. Alright, we're gonna take 5 so that we can have a quiet spot to do more paranormal videotaping and recording, please. Alright, Matthew, let them know that we're the batteries are depleting and we need to turn the light on so we can do this.
Their batteries are starting to go down, so they're gonna turn on the lights, guys, so they can redo them.
That's crazy. The batteries turned off. How the hell did we turn it off? Spirit does. My phone just died like that. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
What are you oh my goshing about?
Because the battery,
I'm watching it actually drain.
Right, seriously?
yeah, it was off. We thought the batteries were depleted. She turns it back on, it didn't come on, and then all of a sudden it comes back on. And now she's watching the battery be drained quickly.
Are we even gonna still use the, whatchamacallit tonight?
What's that?
The ghost thing, where you can hear it?
Yeah, I would like to do the radio. Let's do that while we're doing this break. That way people can hear that too.
Well, let's go ahead.
What we're gonna do is.
Well, let's go ahead and see if it even works on my speakers, because we didn't even test that yet.
And then Mom's gonna change the batteries, and I've got to go to the bathroom.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna start moving around so I can check my phone. It's on 22%, so we should be good. %.
It's 1 a.m. Somebody that's not working. No, it won't even scan now.
This thing is charging weird. It was just on 21, now it's on 23. It's not doing anything?
Mm-mm.
Could it be because of the device? It's not even scanning?
Something's messing with stuff really bad. I got it all the way up.
Do you see that? Flash of light just like...
Okay, it's scanning now. But it's not coming through your phone, the phone.